In this video, we will dive into the Edge Flange editor more. Let's start with a simple design. Let's say we have a triangle. It looks something like this. And now what we want to do is extrude boss or base. Okay, go into this direction one, make an inner draft, let's say 25-degree angle, and we can extrude it to a certain height, let's say this one. Okay, and before creating the sheet metal, let's assign a material. Let's say it's a carbon steel material. Okay, let's change the material for this solid object although. Okay, so if you go into the right property manager, from here we can select the appearance, and then let's say plastic, for example, and let's select this translucent plastic. Okay, we can just drag it and drop it on the tree manager on the object we have created. So as you can see, it's a translucent plastic object right now. I made this translucent so that it is easily visible what we are doing on the other side. Okay, now it's time to create our sheet metal. Let's say we want to create in this surface, we want to create a new sketch. So select the surface, sketch, and go to the sketch. Okay, let's say we are creating an offset entity, something similar to this. Okay, and this size looks good. This size looks good. Okay, or maybe just reduce the size a little, 5 mm. Click OK. Okay, now this is our new design, and we want to make something which is enclosing this pyramid shape. Okay, so next what we can do is go into the sheet metal, select the base flange, and select this sketch. If you notice, the sheet metal is going inside this pyramid shape. We want it to be the outside, so we will select this option called reverse direction. Once done, click OK. Now we have created a sheet metal design here. As we were saying, we want to enclose it around this. Let's create an edge flange that will cover the other part of it. Okay, so go into the edge flange. Let me show it for one of the sides, and then we can copy it from there. And we want to select this edge here. Okay, select this box, select this edge, and as you can see, it is creating something here. Now if you remember, I mentioned we can change these factors based on these parameters on the left side. The first thing we will want to do is go into the flange position. The plan is we want to extend it till this position here, and then start involving it on the other side. Okay, so what we want to do is select this option called offset. Okay, and from there we have this option similar to what we had on the surface tools or the solid tools. Select up to a vertex. Okay, and we can select this corner here, and it will be extended till that point. Okay, easy enough, right? Now the next thing what we want to do is change the direction of this flange. So what we can do is click on this reverse direction button. It will change the direction. Okay, we can also change this angle to which it is extending. So if we change it to 120, it will bend a little more. Let's say we want to make it parallel to this line. So what we're going to do is select this box here on the angle surface and select this. As you can see, it has already aligned it parallel to the face. We can also make it perpendicular. In that way, it will start going outward 90 degree to this selected surface. So if you select this option here, as you can see, it is going outward. But in this case, we want a parallel face on the inside. Okay. Next thing is the length of this flange. What we want to do is increase it till, or the height till this point here, right? So again, go into the left side, select the flange length. Okay, select up to vertex, and let's select this corner here. Okay, when you select that option, you will see there are two options. One is parallel to the base flange, and another is normal to the base flange. Okay, if you select the parallel to the base flange, it will be a little lower, but it will be this highest corner will be on parallel to the last corner, the vertex point you have created. If you select a normal, it will go a little over to the height, where this corner is normal to this corner here, or this surface. Okay, once you're done, you have selected most of the options that is necessary. Click OK. Now, of course, as you can see, this design looks a little crampy. We want to make it, let's say, or modify this design a little so that we can reduce the size of it. So how do we do it? If you remember, I mentioned that on the edge flange on the left side, if you click this triangle, we have the sketch, and we can modify this sketch. That's a good thing. So right click on it, click this edit sketch button. Okay, so as you can see, it is right now here. Okay, so if you look carefully, you will notice there are a few things that has been assigned here, right? These are the constraints that is being attached to this sketch. So what we're going to do is, first of all, change this or delete this two constraints. So first, let's select this one, click delete, then select this one, click delete. Okay, it has deleted it. Now let's go into the smart dimension tool and select from here to this base and set this angle to, let's say, 30 degrees. Oh no, it's a little too much. I guess 20 will do. 45, I guess. Yeah, 45 looks good. Then let's select the same thing here and also make that a 45-degree angle. Okay, looks good enough, right? Next thing we're going to do is delete this constraint here, as you can see. Now what we're going to do is select this edge on the previous created flange and also this sketch. Okay, it's going to be a little tricky to select this. Okay, we can do one more thing is we don't want this baseline to move, so we can select that and click this fix button. So now it won't move anywhere from this position. Now let's take the smart dimension, select this center position here till this corner. Let's say we want to change this height to or sorry, the length to 45. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Okay, let's make it a little longer. 50 should be fine. Yeah, 50 looks good. Cool enough. Okay, the next thing we want to do is select this edge, control button, select this edge, and select this option called collinear. Okay, when you do the collinear, you will see, okay, it is crossing lines here. We don't want something like that. Now we can do either change this length or change this angle. So let's change this angle to, I don't know, maybe 55. Same goes for the other one. 55. Yeah, this looks much better. Once you're done, If you click OK, you will see the details has been updated, and now this is how it looks like. One thing, of course, as we deleted one of the constraints, it is now a little shorter than what we had previously. This shorten in height you see is due to the constraint I added on the sketch, where I made it parallel or collinear to this one. If I didn't added that, okay, let's go into the sketch. And if I didn't added that collinearity constraint, which was this one, if I delete this, you will see it has again risen to the height. So depending on how you want to use it, you can add this constraint. Okay, so we will do something similar, or we can do something similar to all the other three sides. Okay, let's say for some reason you decided that the base plate, instead of having a little offset from the edges, it is all covered till this corner, at least for the bottom one. You want to protect the full object that is inside using those sheet metal things, right? Now the problem is you have already come too far into the design. But why not? In SolidWorks, it is actually much easier to do. What you need to do is make a few changes. Okay. The first thing we want to do is select this line as you see on the left property manager and roll it up till where you had that base flange. Okay. Now we're ready on this bar. Now select the sketch and click the edit sketch button. Okay. And as you can see, this is the offset we have set it for this one here. We can just go ahead, select it and make it 0 millimeters. Okay, now it will go up to the same corner as the original pyramid shape. Click OK. It will update everything. Now what we need to do is again select this line and unroll it to the point we need. Okay, as you can see, SolidWorks has updated that parameter by itself. Okay, that additional extension that you had has been removed, and also the bend and other aligns that we have created is already there. So I paused the video and created the other three parts similar to the first one. You can perform the same steps at the first one to create the other three portions of it. Just to save some time in the video, I just created while pausing the video. Now, let's say we want to unclose it. Okay. To do that, we can either use the miter flange, which is a topic for our one of the next videos, or we can also use the edge flange. To do so, let's select the edge flange like before. Select the flange parameters, and we're gonna select this edge here. Let's just give it some parameters. Also select this one, and also select this one. Okay, and now for the surface, we're going to select this top surface of the pyramid shape so that the angle has been adjusted, and let's say we want to make this length of that to 15 millimeters or maybe 10. Okay, as you see, as it was changing, let's say if we make it 12, there is a gap that has been maintained from different surfaces instead of just going all over the place. This gap with this setting is called miter flange. Okay, and this gap is controlled using this parameter on the left property manager. So if you want to keep this gap as minimum as say 0.5 millimeters, we can do so. Or let's say if you want to make it 1 millimeter, we can do so. Let's say for this example, we're keeping it 0.75. Pretty close enough. Okay, Once done, you just need to click OK, and your enclosure design is complete, as you can see. Okay, you can also, if needed, flatten the design and see how it will look like when you're planning to cut it away. Okay, from a specific sheet. Okay, that's all for today.